No Nigerian politician can sit back and tell you that with confidence that I will not rig. Let us see the result. Because over and above everything, there is even the fear that your opposing person will rig. So we are going to have to live with this PVC thing. The election is not going to be anywhere perfect. That much I can tell you. It's not going to be anywhere perfect. We will have to live with all this jagbajanti something where with the hair. That's what it is. This is to, if you want to be emotionless, you know, if you don't want to be emotional and you want to tell the truth, that's where it is. You cannot plant banana seed and expect to go there to pluck pineapple when it's ripe. It's not possible. We are just not structured. I say we cannot even count ourselves.
Okay, Uncle JD, of course, still related to the issue of INEC, federal government don't come and talk, say, make Nigerians, make them chilele, make them no panic, say election of this year, that is 2023, say you go hold. Now, of course, would they very much aware when the INEC chairman, Oga Yakub, come and talk, say from the things where they see or say fear the catcher, say this election feel no hold, they feel demand for a postponement of the election. But the Minister of Information, that's Oga Lai Mohammed, Information and Culture, don't come and talk, say, make Nigeria, make them relax, say he go hold. Say, of course, they know, say, at least INEC, they relate with some kind of security people based on this. Say, make Nigerians, make them calm down. Say, even Oga President don't say, this election has to hold for that is next month and then, you know, the upper month where they come. Okay, looking at this particular stuff we they faced with, I mean, the question I would say, for INEC to boldly come out, to come talk, say, look, see the kind of panic level where they're in. Say it is the idea for INEC to first probably throw the bomb to Nigerians or pass out the information without consulting people who give them job or without consulting the authorities to know the state of the insecurities within the country before they will just outrightly come and say, see as it be.
Make you look at the logic. INEC raised alarm about security. Minister for Information say, oh, there's nothing to worry about. They are sure that the INEC will raise the alarm are in sync with the security. If they were in sync with the security agencies, why would they raise alarm? If you get my logic,
yes.
Your only response is that, oh, you know that INEC are in sync. They're working. If there was no need to this thing, INEC would not raise an alarm. The truth is this. Maybe the INEC Oga don't see the thing we frighten them. Because all kinds of plans are going on. All kinds of plans. There are some of us who do not even worry about the elections. We worry more about the aftermath.
Aftermath of the election. Yeah.
My own worry about these elections, the election is an event that will take place in one day. It is the aftermath we worry me. How would people take whatever result comes out? You know, all the interests now are polarized. How will they take? Secondly, and I said this on radio on Thursday, with the kind of candidates where we get, at least the three major ones, when I look at them like this, my heart beats. That can Nigeria survive under any of these three? You get one where we say, obviously, you know well. Obviously, you know, I don't want to use any word we go be like say abusive, but obviously there are some issues of his ability to
physical ability.
I'm not even talking physical. If it's physical, if you not work out, we go put on for wheelchair. But the ability to be cerebral. I don't want to use the word maybe like this, but cerebral. That does he have the brain power to do the job? There's a worry on that one. There's a worry on another one. On account of him not disclosing the health problem where he gets, which is becoming apparent, it will disappear, it will come back. You go ask yourself a question. How long are we going to be saddled with President Rego? A sick nation cannot have a sick leader. A sick nation cannot have a sick leader. The third one, where they bounce around with everything. The kind of, he gets one major problem. He not get strong influence for Senate. He not get strong influence for House of Reps. And because of waiting in they preach, some of us believe that the civil service itself can move against him because they are used to certain habits. So how will we move forward from there if they give some of us a headache? It could be impeached in less than 3 months. They not get strong representation for Senate, even almost none. They not get for House of Reps. By the time civil service move against you, the two of them combine them, and they all work in tandem. This country is held down by politicians, civil servants, and religious leaders. They all work in tandem for their own interests. For their own interests. So you see, so all these things about security, where INEC say they worry, of course there is worry. Like I said, INEC will talk, the federal government response is, and there's strong indication to make one believe that it is not impossible that some people do not want this election to hold. The people are in two kinds. There are some who want sabotage. Maybe they're not going, they don't want it to hold. But there are some who also don't want it to hold for very good reason. There are some who don't want it to hold for very good reason. How far will any of these groups go? We don't know. But we should brace ourselves. We should be ready and brace ourselves for anything that might happen.
Very true. Our country people, they talk and say, we need to play active role for government and governance. That one means say, not be sit down look again. All of us must to ask questions. They do the right things. They waka, they talk the talk. So that our representatives go no say, nobody time of say, oh, we don't vote, more go sleep. Anything where they like, may they use the country do. Now God hand we day. God don't give us the sense. And we must work to see, say, we move this our country forward. Talking about working to move this our country forward. By May 29, 2023, it will be 8 years. President Muhammadu Buhari go don't complete in term for office. The maximum 2 terms will be say if you +4 now 8 years. And him in travel, go inside the Abia State, go commission some kind better project for there, hospitals, schools, low-cost housing, things when we say government do to touch the lives of plenty people. They can organize banquets, that is, they come together, everybody come, then they chop, then they drink to celebrate them. For there, in talk person, Oga Femi Adesina come at talk say, Oga Presido, don everything we concern Boko Haram, Jaguda badness, the economy, infrastructure, and corruption. Say Oga Presido don't serve Nigerians then well, and he don't do his work. He said challenges there, but unless person want the lie, now the person go talk say Oga Presido no use all in power to fight him. Uncle JD, over to you.
So, what did they ask me now?
And they ask you now, say, you know, say Femi Adesina na like your younger brother. This thing when you don't talk now, when your younger brother don't talk about Oga Presido, when you say Oga Presido don't look the economy, don't look everything. Say the promise when he promised Nigerians, he don't fulfill them. I want to ask you as a senior man, when we say, you know, your voice matter. When you talk, say this person, you know, from my experience, from what I don't check, the person don't do well. We don't see what he do. I won't give you red biro now. Make you take him, look everything. Give us mark. We will be say we'll be the young ones. So when we they grow, upcoming. Now your mouth now we they look. Over to you.
Look, I first of all say that Buhari for my hand. Buhari for my hand. I get people where they talk say I hate them, they abuse them. I know they abuse them, I not hate them. He fall my hand. Long before these politicians were running after Buhari back in the day, there were those of us who were his supporters, as full-grown adults working in the media from the days when he was a military leader. People need to go and check who are those who made the concrete contribution to Buhari's emergence in this dispensation. I'm one of them. I can say so without fear or favor. I used to be a die-hard Buhari person. The logic, you know, that time, we believe say Jonathan was very weak. So the logic, where somebody like us, where we propagate, and I actually believed in, was that, okay, Buhari will take care of defense matters. He will put the country on hold. And that with a man like Yemi Osinbajo,
When Sabi book well.
Wade Sabi book well, you don't need to doubt that. A brilliant man. And by the way, the APC go regret as I not put that man forward. They will regret it. When you had the Fashola and an Osinbajo, you didn't put them forward. And Amechi. And Ogbonaya, is that his name?
Ogbonaya.
When you had those people, you didn't put them forward. The APC is going to regret that thing. But that's a story for another day. So, Buhari, that was what we thought was going to happen. When he now appointed ministers, wanted some very good ministers. Number one, of course, Fashola, who he gave 3 ministries and so on and so forth. But somewhere along the line, everything just bafuka. This is my opinion. The 8 years of Buhari in this country. Not that he did not do anything, but this is the fact. If you decommot, they go wedding, you wear an expensive cloth, wear them so well, but instead of it to be long sleeve, you reach here. Will you look properly dressed? The answer is no. There were some little things. The least of it being how he relates to the public. To build, look, governance, a large percentage of governance is by perception. Let people perceive that, this is our leader. Look at, and I'm not ashamed to say, look at Lagos State was a very good example. When it was under Fashola, every crisis that came up, you had confidence. Whether he did it right or wrong, that, he can handle it, he can tackle it. Buhari was lost at sea. That even the claims of security, where he laid claim to, I don't need to have an argument with you on that. I don't need to have an argument with you on that. The issue of corruption, I don't need to have an argument on that. Because those of us who know Buhari in 84, Buhari is one of the most upright leaders we can have in this country. I can say that for him. I can say, so the other day when he talks, I don't have a house outside this thing, because not only is he not inclined to stealing like a lot of these politicians, he's a Spartan man. You understand? But all of us mistook being a military leader for a civilian leader, and I think he was lost at sea. Also, in health challenges come affect him. And that is why we cannot afford another time to have a leader who has health challenges. Like somebody said, he said everybody is sick, yes, but some are more sick than others.
Uncle Jedi no verse. Before my brother Uncle Bigo knock us that story about, say, everybody when don't pass 40 years for this country don't sick. Make I ask you. I know, say, and the reason why I ask you that question, I say, you see the time winning day as military head of state.
Oh, yes.
You see other governments, and you don't see him now as a civilian head of state. But I won't ask you, say you talk, say, if we look those way and are true, those way even for 2015, we come and talk, say, Nigeria need a new leader, and a leader when they like this. Because of what you know of him, that time when he as military head of state, you follow for the people, your voice strong, where. I won't ask you, you not think, say, maybe because of, say, democracy, now small than the build them. Say you self talk, say, for military, once the soldier just talk, say, stand up, everybody must stand up. You not think, say, some of the things when Oga President don't do.
No.
That is when we say in the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, we go begin to see the good work.
Including the debt profile now. In 10 years, you go see when you begin payback. But that is not the issue. Part of the things we, I believe, say, affect them is in a bid to not to be appeared to be a military leader, to give into democratic principles. He went overboard.
They even call him Baba Go Slow that time.
Yes, he went overboard. That is one. Two, age. You see, whether you like it or not, when you get to a particular age, you are not as strong, you are not as virile, and your thoughts might not be as clear. That is why, again, I'm pointing to the fact that some of us have fears about two of these major candidates. One is even more visible than the other. You know, but that is by the way. It is not as if Buhari has not done anything. But you saw the analogy I said that you wore an expensive cloth, they sew and well, but this one are long sleeve and this one are short sleeve. It has spoiled everything. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not as if Buhari has not done anything. There's a lot of infrastructural development. The economy is neither here nor there. What I know be say, my people are worse off than 8 years ago. That is a fact. Because you go find the supporters and go they talk big drama, but what we are talking about everyday living. Everyday living. Look at what we are facing. They go they talk say, oh, it is worldwide, it is this and that. Yes, but had we managed ourselves well, how can a country look at the documentary that shows about how they thief oil? How can that kind of thing happen in your country? Where you have satellites and everything, drones, how can it happen?
As the Minister of Petroleum.
Yes. So the question you'll be asking yourself is, had all these things been taken care of, would things be this bad? We've not been earning money, but we've been borrowing. We've been borrowing heavily, but whilst we are concentrating on borrowing, we haven't looked at the inflows. It's simple logic now. The day I saw that documentary, I felt like taking a poison pill. That make I just go heaven. But first, it's to make I run, go Britain and go live. It's too old for me because I'm a British citizen. I'm tired of all this. That in your own country, ships go, they enter your border, carry this volume of oil. And you know, say, now this oil.
Now we depend on.
Now it's the only thing we depend on. So what are we talking about? And to make things worse, he made himself the Minister of Petroleum.
Just because of how the people before being chopped.
When he made himself the Minister of Petroleum, two things I thought would happen. I thought that the inflows would be tidied up, and I thought the issue of subsidies would be well looked at. But the subsidy has turned out to be a racket. And in the issue of corruption, I think because he doesn't want to be seen as a military leader, this and that and that and this, it goes slow down. And look at the nonsense that we have. See Accountant General. See the money. That is why I was talking about, say, in the civil service now, the level of corruption cannot even be imagined.
Uncle J did not go verse for us. We'll go enter break. When we go this break, come back. My brother Uncle B go give you a story. That story too heavy for mouth. Now I leave for elder statesman to use the mouth. Take talk that story.
Who be the elder statesman here now? I think they worry.
Okay, now I leave for senior man.
Go, Joe. You just be elder statesman. They classify old man and me. You can't count me, John.
But you be old.
You be small freaking.
Baba, I'm small now. I'm still.
No, it's not the small we are talking about.
No, I'm small in age. Let's go, please.
Talk about that. You have to take the government some people down here. They will seal up their ear. Once they seal up their ear, they will go back to sleep.
Mr. Demola, you are a disgrace and you have disappointed me. You are fired from this organization.
Sir, I am sorry, sir. Please help me. Sir.
There is a limit to what man can do to survive the plans of the enemy. I will think about it.
Hello, Daddy. Even me, I see which kind of problematic family be this.
So don't miss us too much because before you blink like this, we are back for you. Independent.
Better Talk, showing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday on top wazobiamax TV.
Hello and welcome to the show. Now, Better Talk with this. Let me just buy a helicopter. They'll be shouting, helicopter, helicopter. Was saying I am married to Jesus. I leave you alone. Now, what make you see plenty women outside will be say they don't get home training. Now, better women did this show. If you educate a woman, you're educating the nation. And for other people, this life is very hard. Don't be the source of another person's problem.
Find love first, leave society, because at the end of the day, now society will still bash you if you stay inside marriage where they beat you. If event happen. Hello, daddy. Even me, I say, which kind of problematic family be this?
So don't miss us too much because before you blink like this, we are back for you.
Independent.
Every day, plenty things they happen for this our country.
But on top politics and leadership, now there plenty matter day to settle.
Waiting government they talk, and the one where politicians come they do so.
On top the matter, as they take affect country people, now there we don't carry on and enter inside so.
Cocoa of the matter. Politicians, experts, and our leaders, they go touchlight the matter give us.
You self, go chook mouth, talk your own. For
Cocoa of the matter.
Cocoa of the Matter, showing Mondays to Fridays, 6 p.m. on wazobiamax Abuja on UHF 25.
Every day, plenty things they happen for this our country.
They will seal up their ear. Once they seal up their ear, they will go back to sleep. Center will talk about that. The Abia State the government something down here. They will seal up their ear. Once they seal up their ear, they will go back to sleep. Welcome back. The program still remains as it is hot, and of course, Friday edition with Uncle JD, and now we're there on top. And of course, we don't go through a lot of stories with the of course we consign them our Obodo Nigeria, and we'll see they proceed to some of the stories we will still get left. And the story we'll get right, I got to do with waiting the chief whip of the Senate, that is Uzor Kalu, come and talk concerning the health, the health state of the presidential candidate of the APC, that is Bola Tinubu. He talks, say, look, say when it comes to health of Tinubu, say Tinubu they very healthy. Say all this is when people just talk, say he's not healthy, Say a lie. Say if we even look and make we even assess and look and well. Say anybody don't deal above 40, they sick. So automatically, if it be just the same way, Tinubu day. Say make anybody cannot come they talk, say Tinubu day, no well and all that. We'll get one video, one show now right now. Don't go sharply play this video, give now, make now see here and from the horse's mouth. It said that is Orji Kalu waiting to talk about this matter before we come back to the studio and before Oga JD will come address them. Will they come?
I think even when people complain, oh, Asiwaju did this to them and did that to them, no, because his health is very stable. No man above 40 that is not sick. There's no one, no Nigeria. I can tell them, yes, it's true.
There's no Nigerian above 40
no Nigeria
that's
above 40 that is not sick. There's no Nigeria above 40 that is not sick. It's only how you manage yourself. Asiwaju Tinubu will be one of the greatest presidents we will have because he has power of delegation, like you just said now, that I delegated my business to people to run.
Now down here within the chief whip of the Senate, that is Uzor Kalu, within the talk. And of course, make I transfer the matter, give Uncle JD. Uncle JD, you have heard it from the horse's mouth. Say, when it comes to the presidential candidate of the APC, say they're very agile. Say, no man above 40 will no get sickness issue or thereabout. What is your reaction based on this?
My reaction, I think, is now well known. I hope God, in his infinite mercies, will have mercy on certain persons who have not been unfair to both the country and the candidates. I will not sit down and argue with anybody about that gentleman's health status. Tinubu is a great man. Whatever you might think about him, about his past, whether you like it or not, Tinubu has contributed a lot, immensely, both to democracy, the growth of democracy in this country, and to a lot of persons that surround him. The question you will ask is, for those who surround him, is this how to pay him back? Because there's no point having an argument whether the man is well or not. You can see that he's not well. And he mentioned one point. he can delegate. But I'll come back to that. For me, loyalty is for you to look at somebody's well-being and tell him to his face that this thing you want to do will affect your country and will affect you. Are they happy with all the videos that are making the rounds about various gaffes? Are these people happy to see him in that manner? Is that how you will reward him in his old age? No, he's an old man. Bringing him to public ridicule? All because you people want power? I've told some of them who are my friends, only God will forgive you for what you are doing. You want to, the man is certainly not, when I say he has a lot of achievements, you might have an argument over some, but you cannot brush him aside. But I want to appeal to the conscience of those that Tinubu has made and has helped, that this one time, this man needs a payback from you. That payback is not to put him in a burning fire. And also to remember that you owe your country the responsibility. Because Nigeria is a country that needs a hands-on president. I don't want, it is a pity, it is a thing of pain for me to refer to the various videos. The man has been completely demystified. One second. He's the butt of all kinds of jokes and whatever because of the gaps that are happening. These things could happen to anybody in old age. And Mr. Orji Kalu knows that when he's saying that everybody is sick over 40, he knows that is not the issue. We are not talking of everybody. We are talking of the man. You want a sick man to take a sick country into salvation. It cannot happen. That's the blind leading the blind. And he said something that you can see the people around him are banking on.
Delegation. That
he can delegate. So how many presidents will we have? Nkubi, let me ask you a question. Can this man go, even with the prepared script, to the United Nations and stay on the podium for 15 minutes without something happening? By what you have said, yes.
No, there's that question we just asked my brother Nkubi now. They ask Uzor Kalu something like that.
Yes.
And him be answer him. As he take concern, plenty of the videos when people don't see of the presidential candidate and how they answer question.
Yes.
I go just like make you see the response of Uzor Kalu before we open our phone lines. Make people then they call us. When they ask Uzor Kalu the question about and they give one example about how the presidential candidate don't talk some kind of things when people come look say this talk you get when it's in TBO and in response be this.
What has he said? No. These are things you people go to form. You go to use the internet and all the rest of them to do it. Yes. No. I can't. I don't believe you. I wasn't there, but I don't believe.
But have you seen the videos? You
can remember, I'm not going around with Senator Abia Bola Tinubu on campaigns. I'm behind, doing the right jobs. The right jobs are better than those following him around. So all these things, you can use the internet and use the camera. They could be forged by political opponents.
Uncle JD, now we not use Kalu talk with this, but not best. We don't open our phone lines now. Make una call in and make una contribution. Because of time, we go just take a short, sharp, and simple so that we go fit take as many as possible.
But Mr. Uzor Kalu, with due respect, knows he's not telling the truth. Because some of these things are caught on live television.
This talk self now about Bulaba.
It's caught live. And then every time, look at in Ondo, Sanwo-Olu was the one telling him what to say. Is that how you want to run a country? You could hear Sanwo-Olu's voice in the background. Omishore was adjusting the paper. There's a video of his wife telling him to test the mic. And for some funny reason, he licks the mic. Was it tested? I mean, so it's a pity to be out here and be talking of a man of the stature of Bola Tinubu in this manner. But those who are doing him in, those who are demystifying him, are those who are close to him. Because guess what? Behind him, they know the truth. Behind him, they know the truth. Which is a pity. They know the truth. They know what exactly that they know that. But you hear things like, well, we have told him you can't go and tell him, you can't go and this, and therefore, this is how you want. A lot of the politicians around Bola Tinubu should cover their faces and heads in shame. for what they are doing to him. Is it Tinubu that we are talking about in this manner now? With all what he has done? They should set their conscience. The Reverend Father who said that people should pray that the man you want to vote for, on the day your child or grandchild is being whatever, you should now pray that your grandchild should be like your candidate. Look at people's reaction.
Uncle Jerry, we get Miriam on top of our telephone line. Miriam, good evening and welcome to our City Hot.
Good evening, Chukwudi and Nkubi.
We greet you.
You are welcome. Nkubi, welcome back. Big Bash, you are welcome too. Back to the matter. Uncle Jedi, you have said it all. If you love somebody so much so that you cannot tell the person the truth, this man is old. He is suffering from Parkinson. You can see it is visible. He's already losing his speech pathology already. And people are here backing him. And somebody like in the place of Uzor Kalu, a state governor for 8 years, who is still in the system, is telling me that who is seeing glaring. And it's very, very clear to my own side that those things are photoshopped. This is quite unfair. The electorate is over to you. This is the time for you to make up your mind whether you want to have sense this year or you want to remain slaves to this country. Thank you very much.
Miriam, thank you very much. We get John. John, they wait for our telephone line. John, welcome to our City Hot.
Hello.
We greet your guy, John.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, the guest radio there, that Uncle Radio.
Yes, they hear you.
Hey, how are you?
I say, if you want to know, say, this man, if you go to the United Nations, look at what it just happened for Kano last week. When this Tinubu go to a rally in Kano, how many minutes in TikTok? So if Nigeria want to scramble somersault, let them put him as the president. Thank you very much. That's my contribution.
Okay, John, thank you very much. I beg if you want call us, reduce the volume of your television. Once you hear your name, just hit the point straight.
The key point to note in what Orji Kalu said, which is a very dangerous point, is that he can delegate. What that indicates is that a group of people are on standby.
Already standing by.
To gain power, and we don't know them, they're invisible. So we are back again to the issue of cabals. We need a clear-minded, clear-headed president who is ready, virile, and strong to work hands-on.
Very true. Priscilla, we know say you did on top of our telephone line. Welcome to our City Hot.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
My brother, God bless honor.
And you too.
Let God keep honor. They work honor they do. God make God bless honor. The truth, Nigerians, because of money, where they chop, they know the truth. Tinubu is sick. People are supporting him because of money. They know what we are going through in Nigeria. The suffering we are going through. How can you bring somebody like this to come and rule Nigeria? Where are we falling back? Are we going to the worst or we are moving forward? So Uzor Kalu is not saying the truth. From 40 and above, they are sick. Nobody is sick. Unless God says you are sick, then you will be sick or you don't take care of yourself. Tinubu is sick. That is the truth.
All right, Madam Priscilla, thank you very much for your contribution. Uncle Jedi, make I come back to you. People are saying this issue of health, the thing, many Nigerians, they concerned, or some Nigerians, they concerned, and not be just because of, say, whether person is strong or no strong. Now, because of maybe our experience. If we go back, we'll go check Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. We'll go also check even President Muhammadu Buhari when we say, for in first tenure, in being travel, you know, some kind time come up for inside of Bodo, Nigeria, because of the way we say in body day. Now, why some people they talk say, make we get person where we say we know, say, okay, oh, even though body no be firewood and everybody feels sick because we be human beings. We get the person who say we very sure say if he they in control, in they in charge. But don't Uzor Kalu talk something. He talk about delegation. Uncle Jedi, he even mention say for modern term now, for government now through delegation, the person not need they there. If we check the track record of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, presidential candidate of the APC, and what he don't do when in the government, and the kind of people when he put, because you even still mention somebody like Fashola and Osinbajo. When if you check them for politics, they'll be like, me I not talk say they be picking. Now people when we say through, they look am, waka, they learn from am. You not think say points still there?
Look, there is this issue of delegation and creating people. has been overblown and taken out of context. Even in your home, you delegate. If somebody press your doorbell, you know, go tell somebody, make go open the door. But before you do that, you must have the knowledge and show, and you must be the leader. Now, in a country, you see, in a country where the civil service is virtually non-existent, it's shaky. You understand? In our own peculiar instance, you must run the country hands-on. Even when you are delegating, you must be knowledgeable to understand that the person who you delegate to is doing the right. That is one of the things where fall my hand about Buhari. Okay? You don't just, in a country like Nigeria, you don't leave everybody to the Philistines. If not, we'll be voting for 10 or 15 presidents, or we'll be saying that come with your team where you go delegate to. There's nothing like team. All that now, we all know, say all that thing, delegate and whatever, is because of the man's state of health. When he was governor of Lagos, he was virile. He was strong. Today, I saw an old video of him when he was governor. I shed tears. I mean it. Because in as much as I disagree with this man on his running, people, you find a lot of people saying he hates him, he this. Nami love and pass. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. You cannot take away what he has achieved in Lagos. That's not the issue. You can't take it away. Whichever way you look at it, you might think that it's not good enough. But he has made his mark. To now see this kind of thing happening to him, I pray it never happens to any of us, that you will be surrounded in your old age. It is almost clear that it can. I said, when he's addressing, somebody's always murmuring something to him. So you can see that he's being prodded left, right, and center. I don't know his state of this thing, but you can see that even he doesn't seem to have that grip. Check it out. Check out videos. Somebody's always murmuring to him. Talk about restructuring. They talk about the murmuring to him, murmuring to him. So one thing people must realize is that, like Angela Jetumobi said on my program, Angela is a well-known analyst on political, that the APC will be explaining from now till kingdom come. They will have to explain out everything that happened. Look at the latest one he said. We are not stupid. He's live there on TV, even on his own TV station, TVC. Even on TVC, some of the tapes are from TVC.
Uncle JD, the good thing be say every Friday when you join us on Asi the Hot Special, it is special way because you, with your wealth of knowledge, you they take us back, you they break things down, you they look at mental inside, and I believe everybody when watch they learn. Now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, now we they come here on top of Asi the Hot. On Monday, we they carry senior people where sabi where they go sit down for center. We go they hit them with questions left and right. On Wednesday, we they call them People's Parliament. Because once we just talk the story, sharp, we go open the phone lines, make una call from that time till the end of the show. We also they add human angle stories so that you know, just be saying only politics. Now we they discuss. I beg. Tell your neighbors, tell your loved ones. This show, now the Ogbonge show for inside this country and the world, where we say you go learn about what government they do, how government they do them, and what you as citizen, when put them for that office, go they enjoy, and you supposed to. Make una know they miss this show at all from 7, go reach 8 o'clock on top of wazobiamax TV and Wazobia TV.
Now bye-bye, so we'll come back on Monday.
This your bye-bye show too. You be like, ooh, a bad day house they wait for. Now bye-bye till we come back on Monday. If you ever talk small thing before you end up.
I want to talk again now.
Uncle Jerry, now you deserve this handshake. Agbara one there, 2023. Baba, as you shake me like my body shake.
Not make my medical decision.